Hello guys and welcome to my chapter review of chapter 252 of Tokyo Revengers. And the title for chapter 252 is, Bring Back. On the first page of this chapter we see Pah Chin, who is fighting against multiple members of the Kanto Manji gang. And Pah is watching Pah Chin, who is confronting Mikey on top of the cargo container. Pah tells Pah Chin not to lose to Mikey. And Pah tells Pah Chin to just do the same thing that he always does. Next the chapter switches to Pah Chin, who is getting ready to fight Mikey. Pah Chin says, "Mikey, the last time I challenged you was in the 3rd grade," and while he is saying this Pah Chin has a smile on his face. Mikey grabs the collar of his jacket to take it off, and Mikey says, "If you wish to die, then come on, Pah Chin." And then in the next panel Mikey throws his jacket away. And we see that Mikey is wearing a black shirt under his uniform. Pah Chin starts charging at Mikey, and he winds up a punch from his right fist, and Pah Chin says, "Bring it on." Next the chapter switches to Shuji Hanma, who is fighting against Chifuyu and Mitsuya. Hanma says, "Mitsuya and Chifuyu, can you guys be more entertaining?" And while he is saying this Hanma is smiling, and he has blood on his face. And in the next panel it is revealed that Shuji Hanma has defeated both Akin and Hakai Shiba. In this panel we can see that Hanma is just standing up, and behind him are Akin and Hakai, who are both knocked out on the floor. Chifuyu is very worried about Akin, and Hakai, Chifuyu says, "Shit." And so you guys, next the chapter switches to Wakasa and Benkei, who are fighting against Koko and Inupi. Benkei punches Koko in the face with a punch from his right fist. Benkei says, "Koko, are you not an officer of the Kanto Manji gang? You are supposed to be on my side, what are you doing? Damn it." And Koko responds by saying that he has finally decided to quit the Kanto Manji gang. Wakasa heard the words of Koko, but he just listened and did not say anything. Inupi feels guilty for dragging Koko into the fight. Inupi says, "Koko, I am sorry." And Koko says, "I am the one who was supposed to be apologizing, Inupi." Koko tells Inupi that he has always seen Akane in him. Koko says that he just could not accept the fact that Akane died. And that is why Koko was always obsessed with money. It was easier for him to believe that money was the answer to everything. The reason why Koko thought this is because if he just had enough money that day he could have saved Akane. Koko says, "But despite that you never gave up on me and always followed me. So now I will forget about Akane. And from now on, I will give myself to you." Inupi says, "Koko, our opponents are living legends. So are you sure about this? If you are gonna be on my side, then you are gonna be betting on the wrong horse, you know?" But Koko says, "Only a true friend could ride that horse, am I right?" And when Inupi hears Koko say this, he has a surprised look on his face. Koko says, "Let us fall into hell together." And Inupi says, "Alright then." And while they are saying this, Koko and Inupi are both standing back to back, and they are both smiling. Anyway guys, next the chapter switches back to the fight of Pah Chin and Mikey, and Pah Chin looks very beaten up. Pah Chin says, "Mikey, thanks to you I am getting all pumped up." And next Pah Chin tries to punch Mikey with his right fist, but Mikey easily dodges the punch. Pah Chin says, "Just like when you invited me into Toman." In the next panel Mikey kicks Pah Chin in the stomach with his right knee. And in the next panel Pah Chin says, "And when I followed your ass in order to make Toman better." And in the next panel Pah Chin charges at Mikey and winds up a punch from his right fist. Pah Chin yells, "Mikey." And in this panel we can actually see that Pah Chin is crying. But Mikey does not care about anything that Pah Chin is saying. Mikey kicks Pah Chin in the neck with a kick from his right foot. However, in the next panel it looks like Pah Chin was able to withstand the kick, because Pah Chin is still able to remain standing. Pah Chin says, "Mikey." The Kanto Manji gang members are very surprised that Pah Chin was able to keep standing after taking multiple kicks from Mikey, and Pah Chin is very worried about Pah Chin. In the next panel, Pah Chin talks to Mikey. Pah Chin says, "I am not very smart, so I do not know what your plans are. But to me, as long as you are smiling, I do not care what it takes." Pah Chin says, "And up until now, I have done my best to keep you smiling." And in the next panel, we can see a drawing of all of the captains and vice captains of the Tokyo Manji gang. And we can see that even Kazutora is in this panel. And then Pah Chin says, "Because we all love you." And while he is saying this, we can see a panel of Mikey back when he was the leader of Toman, and in this panel Mikey is smiling. In the next panel, Pah Chin is about to lose consciousness, but before he is knocked out, Pah Chin says, "Mikey, are you having fun now?" And while he is saying this, Pah Chin is smiling. On this page we can see the reaction of Pei, and Pei is crying because he is very worried about Pah Chin because Pah Chin is extremely beaten up. On the final page of this chapter we can see Mikey, who is standing up. Mikey has blood on his face and Pah Chin is laying on the floor in front of Mikey. And so in this chapter Pah Chin was officially defeated by Mikey. Pah Chin tried to appeal to the emotions of Mikey, but it did not work. And now that Pah Chin is defeated, Toman is in a very desperate situation. And so guys, in this chapter Pah Chin, Hakai Shiba, and Akin all got defeated. And also in the previous chapter Senju was defeated as well. So now the second generation of Toman has lost many of their strongest members. We still have not seen Smiley or Angry yet in this battle, so maybe they will fight against Shuji Hanma or Sanzu Haruchio. However, I think that Chifuyu will be the one who fights Hanma. I say this because Shuji Hanma has a history of fighting the vice president of the Tokyo Manji gang. Because Hanma has a rivalry with Draken, and they have fought many times. So now that Chifuyu is the vice president, maybe he will have a rivalry with Hanma. And also because Hanma defeated Chifuyu in the Black Dragon's arc, so now Chifuyu will have a chance to get his revenge. Anyway guys, that was it for the chapter review for chapter 252 of Tokyo Revengers. Also let me know what you guys think of the chapter in the comments below. And like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one, and thank you for watching.